Hello YouTube, it's Daniel. Like I had the shop here. Last week or so I started on a project for my Porta-band saw. I finally decided to buy a Porta-band. I bought one at Harbor Freight and to get some final cuts. Well, I had this grand idea that I was going to build a stand and build a little shelf for it, but it didn't work out. I actually had started it and worked on it a couple of days last week, and it turned out bad. So I said, well, let me just order the table from a company that makes it, Swag Off Road, and I'll just mount it to the stand. I got the package open. Pretty clever how they do that. You've got two slots here if you want to add a miter gauge. You want to buy one later. I didn't buy one. But what I plan to do is just take the speed square, cut my angles or degrees. I got an angle finder gauge over there, and then cut it like I need it. So that's one of the pieces on the top. This here connects to the saw. Looks a whole lot better than what I cut. Even got the edge cut out to fit around the bandsaw, and I'll show you later how close that is. Get a hardware kit. Got the little nuts that attach it. Got a piece of Velcro in there to wrap around the trigger because I got a foot pedal to add to it. These are the legs. These feel like 1/8 or maybe 3/16 on the two legs. And so there's the main plate. This plate is going to fit in there. Well, one of the ways it's going to fit. Yeah, so that's the way the plate's going to fit in there. Pretty nice. A whole lot better than anything I could have done. So, we'll just figure out what screws fit into my saw, and then we'll go from there. Alright, the way we're going to do this, you want to put the legs on first, and that groove in there is fit in that spot there. That makes room for your miter gauge. Alright, we got the tools out and got a 1/2" combination with a ratchet head, and had an Allen on the other end for the pan head bolts. And you got 4 bolts there, 2 on each side. Fit really well. The machining on this product is excellent. It has heavy duty metal. Probably gonna have to take it loose one day and paint it. I just decided to put it together and then go back later if I decide to paint it. So it fit really well. They use some great metal. The machining is just excellent, and it's very heavy duty. It's heavier than I thought it was going to be. So it's much better than anything that I could have built myself. So we'll just tighten up the last few bolts here, get ready to finish the assembly. And then got a little scratched up, but that's okay. Table is a little crooked, but other than that, I think it should be okay. Yeah. All right. Now, according to the instructions, they come with whatever brand you got. They tell you what holes to use. What holes to use on this plate. And so you mount this plate next. And then you're pretty much done. This plate fits onto there, and it just got one little red nut that holds onto there. Okay, so we'll get this attached with the included screws. Came out about 8 sets of 8 screws, and you just pick out which one that works out for your saw. So I looked up my model number. I got my holes identified, and that's what we'll do. That'll just fit in there perfect. Got a little washer that goes on that nut. Get it plugged up. That's supposed to be the stand that it's supposed to go on, but I'm gonna have to modify it because I'm making my own. So I'm probably gonna have to change the top here, or maybe make a new stand altogether. But we'll see what happens. That table from Swag is about 10 by 14. And so I'm just sitting that in place to try to match it up, get my measurement before I drill my holes. Worked out pretty good. Here, I'm just messing around with some 14 gauge flat bar that I had laying around. And so we're going to cut it horizontally and then cut it vertically just to test it out and see how it does. You see here, we turn it around, just going to cut it down the middle. And then that also give me something to practice on welding back up later on. All right, see here, we got it mounted. Use some 1/4-inch screws. Drill the holes to 5/16, but use 1/4-inch screws with some flat washer. So the stand worked out pretty good. I put the heavy part of the bandsaw towards the center, where most of the weight will be over the stud, the stem of the stand. If you hadn't subscribed yet, hit that sub button. We're glad to have you to follow along. Thank you.